respectable 17th place this morning, only 6/10 behind the top spot, which was not a bad effort at all considering how his weekend started in very painful fashion in the wet.
KTMs are in this session. Good FP4 for Maverick Vinales. He was not far away, and likewise Miguel Oliveira, so this could be really, really interesting.
Off tyre in time attack mode, that's an area clearly where he's going to have to work on a lot in 2022.
Still got his fan club though, hasn't he? Number 12 flags there in the Grand Course is the rookie, Enea Bastianini. He'll be fighting for that title here tomorrow against Jorge Martin. Let's find out how things are going in that garage. Ruben Schaus is with Simon.
Yeah, I'd really like to. It's an idea, Ruben.
I think the pressure is coming in this weekend. So far, till we got here, we were very spectating the situation with the rookies fight. He's really performing very well since the beginning, and the other way around, we are not performing well as always. So pressure. It's
Jack Miller said that the soft was just too soft. We heard from Piero Taramasso earlier on. He believes the options for tomorrow will be hard front, medium rear. Maybe a few will go hard. They're not going to. Teammate Andrea Dovizioso, who did very well yesterday. He was in the top 10 at the end of Friday. What can he do in qualifying trim? Ever qualifying session potentially coming up here. Battered and bruised after a horrible crash. High side at turn 4 yesterday morning. As for Andrea Dovizioso, of course.
It will be fascinating to see how he gets on the 2022 factory Yamaha. We've heard the wish list from Fabio Quartararo ahead of next season, of Fabio Quartararo's request list for Yamaha engineers to sort out through the winter. Here's Alex Marquez. Fantastic ride to 4th place last time out in Portimao. But he would have had something for Jack Miller. Easy to say after the event, of course, but he was certainly going to have a go at his former Moto3 foe. Now the time that it would need to be around that, or maybe just under, in order to get a place into Q2. Here comes Brad Binder, goes second with a 32.0. The two Red Bull factory KTMs. We've just seen Maverick Vinales, so it's been a pretty good Saturday so far for him. We can't emphasise enough, of course, it's imperative for anybody to try and get into Q2, but Alex Rins has got a circuit, so he knows mission number 1 has to be accomplished, and that's to get into one of those top 2 places. Has it been job done so far? It certainly has. A 1:39
circuit just sort of suits him in so many ways. We just mentioned, we heard from Simon Crayford, it's one line round here, you need to be smooth, and that is exactly what Alex Rins has in his locker room. Juan Mir through. That's all that really prevented him from doing it. Was Danilo Petrucci got across the line? He goes into second. A 31.104.
That was briefly into second place, but pinched by his former factory Ducati teammate. Here comes Binder. He goes second. That's a good lap time, that by Brad Binder. That was so close. And Binder, that's your top 2 at the moment.
Rins 2/10 up though in the 3rd sector. This is a really good lap here coming in from Alex Rins. 30.7.
Alex Rins, this surely will be an improvement on his best of the session so far. 1:39.60 it is. He drops the benchmark down to a 1:36 circuit, but we've got Danny Pedrosa now here, KTM test rider. He's been done a lot of important work behind the scenes on the 2022 RC16 as KTM look for.
Now we look back at Brad Binder, who's lost time in sector 3.
That would be a photo hot and a half, wouldn't it? Rossi, Pedrosa, Lorenzo and Stoner.
I'm sure it's
all
planned.
gathered together.
Just now, yes he will, for a change of tyres. At the moment then it's Rins and Binder, 1 and 2. Petrucci and his teammate Lecuona, 3rd and 4th. Polishvarga, of course, not out, still in Valencia Hospital. Looking unlikely he'll participate here tomorrow after a horrible crash in the penultimate corner.
Last time out in Portimao for Polishvarga. Everything's gone to plan though so far for this man, Alex Rins. That 1:36.75, nearly 3/10 for Maverick Vinales last time around. He qualified 18th and didn't get himself into the point scoring places. That's not happened too often in his Grand Prix career.
Tomorrow he'll certainly want to be higher up than 20th on the grid. Lecuona before he moves over to World Super early hours today. That World Championship, of course, going right down to that final race. Toprak Razgatioglu versus Jonathan Ray. So make sure you tune into that one. Radical Binder. This would be a big boost for Binder if he can get through to Q2. KTM could do with a bit of sunshine, couldn't they, on that end of the... There's a couple of other hungry KTMs just behind. This man in particular, Danilo Petrucci.
It'd be quite appropriate, wouldn't it, if both Rossi and...
It's a good lap coming in from Andrea Dovizioso. He's not far away. Estimated P3. And if he really nails the final sector, he might just nick second spot.
Grand Prix career in the Premier Class on a factory Ducati. Dovizioso does go third, a 1:39.99. That was very, very close. Just over 3. So he's trying to find a little bit more finesse, trying to be less aggressive on that Yamaha. That's what he says you need to be fast. Perfect illustration of that we saw in the past from the Yamaha, to maximise your corner entry, to certainly capitalise on the agility and the corner speed of that M1. Dovi will get there. He's far too experienced not to work on.
But for the time being, here is the RSGP Aprilia of Vinales. That was close as well, 4th place.
You've got a feel in Q2, as you mentioned earlier on. Binder's absolutely nailing this lap. Brilliant by the South African. He's on course to be taking that top place away from Alex Rins. At the moment, Binder in second place by...
As well, because Andrea Dovizioso, as you would expect, has backed up that good lap with another coming in shortly. He does indeed go to second, and there's yellow flags in sector 1. This could be crucial for Binder. Factory rider then. Is the South African going back into second? Yes, he is, at 30.8.
And Andrea Dovizioso, this lap won't count, of course, because he took the yellow flag. It's Alex Marquez, unfortunately, that's gone down.
It's not going to be the follow-up performance that he was hoping for Maverick Vinales. The yellow flags have been withdrawn at turn number 1, or sector 1 should we say. Vinales'
final Grand Prix of the season, the Rookie of the Year prize on the line between him and Jorge Martin tomorrow. Has Bastianini found some late speed? He has. Only good enough though to move him up into...
Just saw that crash on the left there, the replay of Alex Marquez into turn 2. Typical turn 2 fall.
He's going to have a lot of work to do, unfortunately, tomorrow from start proceedings yesterday morning, but Oliveira at the moment will be starting from down in 19th place. At the moment in this session, only Luca Marini,
who's seconds until the checkered flag comes out. So Oliveira and Marini here will get one more chance. Across the line, no improvement. Oliveira is going to go to the back of the grid.
Last time out in his home Grand Prix, 20th potentially here tomorrow.
Danilo Petrucci will have one more lap. 0.3 of a second up. Rins doesn't really need this time, it doesn't feel like, but he's still going to go for it nonetheless. Checkered flag been taken by Vinales.
Lecuona, we'll see how strong he's been in the first 2 seconds. He's about to come through sector 3 now. It's gone though, he's 0.3 down. Estimated P1 though for Brad Binder. Will he be 2,000s quicker than he was on his previous lap? A 1:36.73. That should be good enough for a top 2. Is it P1 though in Q1? Binder over the line.
Qualifying since his return to the class. And Danilo Petrucci is going to be the last rider to take the checkered flag. He's going to miss out. His garage anyway.
He will, because on the other side, it's been a disaster. Miguel Oliveira, who's going to start tomorrow's Valencia Grand Prix, he'll be happy because he's got both of his men coming up in this Q2 session shortly. And Alex Rins celebrates with a beautiful one-handed wheelie on that squirt towards turn 12. He's through with Brad Binder. Good boost that as well for the South African, after he missed out this morning in 12th at the end of play in FP3.
Qualifying session as a Grand Prix motorcycle racing rider.
So Brad Binder then negotiated what could have qualifying session of his 26th season Grand Prix career. So far so good then on Saturday afternoon in Valencia for Alex Rins. He's fortunes though down in Red Bull KTM. Binder through in second, but Miguel Oliveira, as you mentioned, was nowhere at all in that session. He's going.
So for the final time in his career, Danilo Petrucci enters pit lane, having completed the rise of people for all the good things we share together. Proud to share my emotions and my story with all of you. Well, we're super proud that we got to spend the last 10. One of my favourite moments in a commentary box.
What a last lap that was. to beat the great Marc Marquez and Andrea Dovizioso on a last lap Q2 coming up very, very shortly. And in that second session will be Team Suzuki X-Star rider Alex Rins. He tops Q1 with a 1:30.673. Just being Tech 3 tomorrow. Marini was 7th. Bastianini was 8th ahead of Alex Marquez, who had a costly crash at turn 2. Miguel Oliveira was 10th and facing the prospect